All right, folks, we're back here as we go to the second quarter. I think we got it all figured out here. We just, I don't know, had good internet, and then all of a sudden we just had nothing at all. So it took me a little bit to get it together, but here we go. 3 ball on the way here for Chireno. They won't go. Back up the floor now come the Wolves as they look to increase their 2-point lead right now. And that's a nice little pass up underneath there. And knocking it down is a Renfro for the Wolves. So 15-11, 7:32 to go here into this first half. The Wolves have the lead. And yeah, it's just crazy. I mean, the internet that I was using, I was told to use, is nowhere to be found. It just dropped, and it's not even available on the internet list. So sorry, folks, but that's where we are. All right, so that's a turnover there by the Wolves, or the Owls. Will be Wolves basketball. As Renfro on the inbound, gets it in here to Cartwright. Cartwright across the timeline here for St. Augustine. Chireno, 1 foul here in the second quarter already. Nice pass up underneath there. That's a great job there for the Wolves. Renfro to Renfro. And up by 6 goes St. Augustine, looking for a big win here tonight. Last time these two teams played, it was Chireno coming out with a 1-point win late into the ball game there in St. Augustine. Here's Zahn for another shot. It won't go, but a nice rebound up underneath there by Higginbotham. He'll take it back in and score. And that said, these Wolves had a really good, or these Owls had a really good game against the Shelbyville Dragons the other night when we were there in Shelbyville. The ball gets loose from Cartwright. Coming out with it, back up the floor now. It is Johnson. Johnson is going to lose the handle on the basketball, and they're going to say it was turned back over to St. Augustine. And of course, you got full crowds on both sides, and it's one doesn't like one doesn't like the other. But it's going to be all night long. So 6:20 to play here into the first half. The Wolves have the basketball rolling. Sends it back over to the left side. Davis for 3. Will not go. Rebound comes out here by Renfro. Renfro dropping it off to Max. And Max Renfro with another bucket here for St. Augustine as they will now go up by 6. Back on the floor now comes Zahn, taking it over to the right side. Finds Johnson. Johnson in the lane. Johnson with the floater off the glass. Won't go. Rebound coming out by Davis. Davis pushes up ahead here. Renfro to Renfro. Oh, Renfro trying to get it to Rowland, and it rolls off of Rowland's hands. And it just does catch a piece of Rowland's hands to go out of bounds to go back to the Owls, where Britton will get the inbound. So on the inbound, Britton will get it back over to the right side after he gets into the front court here. There's Rowland on the reach in, getting knocked away, but Britton picks up the loose ball. Down in the corner, 3 ball, launches, won't go. Rebound comes out here by the Wolves. They'll drop it up the floor here will be Max Renfro. Kicking it down the corner, Cartwright for 3. It will not go. Rebound comes out by Davis. Set it back up here for the Wolves. They'll try it. Another offensive set. Chimera thought about that 3 once again there, but nope. Oh, lose the handle on the basketball coming up the baseline once again. So back up the floor now comes Higginbotham for the Owls. Get down to 5:10 to go here. 6-point lead here for the Wolves. Here in this first half as Britton. Bounce pass up inside, nice to Johnson. Johnson turn around here off the glass, can't get it to go, but a good rebound there by Johnson. Johnson to Johnson. Get it back to a 4-point deficit here, and the Wolves now coming back up to 4. And we're going to get a timeout here by, I believe, Coach Parks is going to call a timeout with 4:45 to play here into the first half. It is a 19-15 ball game. St. Augustine with the lead. We'll be right back here on NETSN.
Serving our communities for over a century, Farmers State Bank continues to meet the financial needs of East and Central Texas. With roots that run deep, Farmers State Bank serves as a source of financial strength to meet the needs of our neighbors. From a comprehensive range of financial products to individual service, we remain dedicated to being a true community bank. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams.
It doesn't matter if you need a truck tire or if you need a car tire. If you need a tire, you call Joaquin Tire. Joaquin Tire Shop provides new and used tires, along with oil changes and 24-hour road service. Stop and see them on Highway 7 in Joaquin.
Alrighty, folks, we're back here after the timeout. 4:45 to go. Wolves have a 4-point lead. End of the basketball here. This big District 24 matchup between number 1 and number 2. Cartwright launching from a long-range 3. Will not go. Over rebound here. Here's Renfro. He'll try the 3. And a Max Renfro for 3 for the Wolves. And they'll get it by 7, their largest lead of the ball game. 4:25 to go here as Zahn comes across the timeline. Kicking it back over here now to Johnson. Johnson, Britton. Over to the right, now Johnson back out on top. Davis on the defense there as they'll sit it back out down. Dotson in the ball game for Coach Cooks. And that pass out in front. And the Wolves will get it back here on the turnover by the Owls with 4:08 to play in the second quarter. As Renfro will get it on the inbound and bring it across the timeline. 4 minutes to play here in the half. Renfro at the free throw line, dumping it back off here to Cartwright over to the left side. Cartwright pulls it back out to Renfro, top of the key. Cartwright launching that 3 ball from the left side. Can't get it to go. Knocked out of bounds by Chireno, and it will stay with the Wolves. Smith going to check in. Higginbotham checking back into the ball game here for Coach Cooks, as Dotson will check out. 3:49 to play here into the half, and it's Wolves basketball. They get it in here to Renfro. Renfro taking it into the lane, throws it up here, and he's going to be hit with a charge as he's falling, and he runs into Johnson there. Johnson taking a punishment, but the charge going against Renfro. The first team foul on the Wolves here in the quarter. Both teams with 1 team foul each into the quarter. 3:40 to go as Zahn comes across the timeline for the Owls over to the right side. Zahn. Covered up out there by Cartwright. Kick it up down in the corner. Britton trying to work against Rowland. Good defense there by Rowland. Knocks out of bounds. Stays with the Owls down underneath. Checking in is Taylor for Coach Barks. Renfro will check out. Inbound to Higginbotham. Wolves sticking to man-to-man defense. Zahn working over the right side. Going to find a little room now. Drops it off down in the paint. That's going to be a walk there. Johnson. That's a nice idea. Zahn got it to Johnson. Johnson just kind of rattled up in his hands there. He wasn't able to control it as he was moving. And that constitutes the walk call. So here we go as the Wolves get it back, getting down to about 3:10 to go once Cartwright comes across the timeline. Liking these new St. Augustine Wolves jerseys they got going on here. These new uniforms, I've seen these before. Sharp. All right, so 3 minutes to go. And Coach Parks got him out here to take some time off the clock, up by 7. And Coach Cook said, hey, if they want to just run it up out here, let them do it. So Cartwright now moving up. Now he's going to step up and launch the long-range 3. It will not go. Johnson with the rebound. Comes up, gives it up here to Britton. Trailing by 7. The Owls bringing up the floor here, trying to cut into the lead. Zahn, right side driving. Zahn, nice move down underneath. Had to go around Renfro. Adrian gets it up ahead here to Rowland. Nice play. Quick transition here for the Wolves. And they'll continue their lead now, up by 9, their largest lead of the ball game. 2:15 to go as the Owls get it to Britton out on top. Britton over here to the left side to Johnson. Johnson take it over to the right. Now Zahn once again. Higginbotham will get it back to Zahn with 2 minutes to go. Zahn back to Higginbotham, top of the key. Davis on the defense there, not allowing that shot there. Johnson trying to drive down inside. Taylor on him. Turnaround jumper for Johnson. Back it down and won't go. Adrian with the rebound. Throws it up here to Cartwright. Cartwright bringing it back up the floor now for the Wolves. Cartwright with the scoop. And it bounces around and won't go. Johnson with the rebound. Loses the handle on it as Britt knocked it away. And here come the Wolves right back with it. Cartwright rolling. Right wing 3 will not go. Rebound goes back out to Britton with a bucket and a half to play here in the half. Wolves lead it by 9, 24-19. 24-15, sorry. Britton at the elbow, knocking it down. The young man's got a nice shot. Back to 7 with 1:10 to go. Here's Cartwright across the timeline here in the first half. Cartwright. Back over here now to Rowland. Rowland sends it over to Davis. Down the corner to Cartwright now up underneath here to Renfro. Renfro, Taylor. Back to Rowland, top of the key for three. Rowland, that's usually his shot, won't go. Taylor gets it back to Rowland. He'll try again. Still won't go. Another opportunity here as Taylor gets another rebound. 40 seconds to go. This time Rowland says, I'll take it down in the lane. I still can't get it, but he'll get his own rebound. It still won't go. 4 shots at it there for the Wolves, and it just won't fall. 24-17. And we're going to get a timeout on the floor. Looks like we're going to get a 30-second timeout on the floor, so we'll take one right along with them. We'll be right back here on a NETSN.
So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the Pizzeria, a tradition since 1960s. It's the Pizzeria just off the square in Center.
Alrighty, big D24 matchup here. 30 seconds to go. Zahn going to bring it up the floor as Chireno trails by 7 to the Wolves here. We've had a good first half. Sorry about that first quarter, folks, but we just lost all the internet. It just dropped out on us as we were getting ready for the game. We couldn't find it anywhere. We had to do some other stuff, but we got her going here by the second quarter, so apologies. But here we go with a great ball game going on here. We knew it would be. And back to Zahn out on the far side. Oh, that was almost a steal there, but here's Britton for three, and he knocks it down. A nice shot there by Britton. We can't give him much room, but that young man will knock him down. Back down by, oh, that one almost goes there at the end of the quarter. But at the end of the quarter, it will be a 24-20 lead here for the San Augustine Wolves, and a good first half there by the Wolves. We'll take a break here and come on back. It is our Farmers State Bank halftime report, and we'll get that for you coming up here on NETSN.
Serving our communities for over a century, Farmers State Bank continues to meet the financial needs of East and Central Texas. With roots that run deep, Farmers State Bank serves as a source of financial strength to meet the needs of our neighbors. From a comprehensive range of financial products to individual service, we remain dedicated to being a true community bank. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams.
Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center proudly supports all the students and schools of the Piney Woods. Stop by the lot and feel free to check out all the wonderful vehicles we have to offer, no matter what adventure you're planning on taking. We have a wide selection of used vehicles and a service department that can service your vehicle. Get all the info you need about your next vehicle online. That way you're prepared for your car deal when you hit the lot. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center.
You know that Center Glass can fix your cracked windshield. But for the experts at Center Glass, fixing a windshield is just the beginning. Center Glass can also renovate your bathroom, turn your fixtures and shower into something entirely new and unique to your home.
Hey, if you're like me, lots of stuff is collected off up at your homestead. Call it down-home clutter. Well, the good news is there's a place for it. You ain't got to have a garage sale or a bonfire. You can take your down-home stuff to down-home storage. That's what I did.
All righty, folks, back here ready to go for that second half on a great first half here for both teams. But the Wolves were able to hang on here and come out with a 4-point lead. They've been up by as much as 7 in this ball game. But the Chireno Owls on their own home floor are not going to allow too much of a lead here on their home floor if they can avoid it as they go into the second half now, and it will be Wolves basketball. Cartwright, Renfro, Rowland, Renfro, and Taylor on the floor here for Coach Parks to start off. Like Zahn, Johnson, Brattain, and Higginbotham. Here's Rowland for 3 to start off. It won't go, goes over the top. And it's a miss on the 3. And Brattain on the inbound here to Zahn to have a chance to cut into this 4-point lead. First possession of the third quarter here for the Owls. Britton. Oh, that would have been a nice play there. Had Zahn cutting right down in there, but just couldn't get it to him. Send it back over now to Johnson, over to the top. Johnson. Back out now here to Johnson. Johnson driving right around Taylor. Taylor back out to Higginbotham. And now Britton. And that's going to be stolen away here by Rowland. Rowland, 2-on-2 basketball. Rowland in the lane, and he puts up the shot. Can't get it to go. Renfro can't handle it. Ball's loose. Picked up there by Rowland. It won't go down. Higginbotham coming out there with it. And he'll finally pull up his dribble there at the half-court line. And now get it over here to Zahn to the right side. We'll get a minute gone here in the third. Send it back over to the left side. And Britton. Now back to Johnson. I guess they're going to say he didn't extend that arm long enough. Johnson goes right around to the defense. Now gets stood up there at the line. Here's a three-pointer for Johnson. And Johnson knocking down the 3 from the corner for the Owls. Now to get back to within 1 here with 6:40 to go. Renfro. Send it back to Rowland. Rowland, left wing. He's going to launch the 3, trying to answer back. This one a little short. And it won't go. So Zahn on the inbound here with 6.5 to play here in the third. And a 1-point lead here for St. Augustine. And they'll get it back here to bring it up the floor. Here we go. There's Zahn into the front court. Brings it over here now to Britton. Britton. 6:15 to play in the third. Finds Higginbotham underneath. Higginbotham puts up the shot. Can't get it to go. Johnson gets that shot and he gets it up ahead somehow, but it gets him into the hands of Rowland. Rowland puts it up the floor. Rowland in the paint. Floater in front of the rim. Won't go. Gets his own rebound. Throws it back out. Taylor now finds Cartwright. Cartwright launching the 3. Goal. Cartwright for 3. 5:47 to go, back up by 4, and there's Britton answering for a 3 once again on the backside, coming back up the floor. Now to get it back to a 1-point ball game. 7:26, answering shots here. Cartwright, loose handle on it, coming up underneath. And coming up with it is Owl. Can't get it, but Britton gets up the head here to Johnson. Johnson, nice job Johnson working at the paint. And gets it right there at the rack. It takes it in the score for the Owls that take the lead. Owls will take the lead 28-27. Now it's going to be a takeaway here. And turned over. Right, yeah. Okay. Turn it over here, 4:51 to go. And it will be Wolves basketball, trailing by 1 now. 4:46 into the third quarter. Taylor, they drop it off over to Rowland to the right side. Now down to Cartwright. Cartwright. Now top of the key here to Renfro. Max for 3, knocking it down. Max Renfro for 3 for the Wolves. Back up by 2 goes St. Augustine, and getting close to the halfway mark here into the third quarter. Higginbotham. Oh, he was open, but good job there. Renfro got way up in the air there. Higginbotham thought better of that 3-point shot. Britton going to be called for a foul there on Renfro. Renfro It's going to be the second team foul on the Wolves here into the third. Only one so far. No fouls so far here on Chireno. None on Chireno here in this third quarter. Chireno basketball on the inbound. They get it to Zahn over to the left side. Bounce pass into Johnson. Johnson has it knocked away in the paint. Picks up the loose ball. Going to find Zahn cutting through. And nice job, Johnson to Zahn for the Owls, and they tied at 30. So Wolves basketball, 3:40 to go here into the third. There's a screen for Cartwright outside the free throw line. Short jump shot. I think Higginbotham might have got a piece of it. I thought Higginbotham might have got a piece of that one because it just looked a little too off of a shot there for Tamorian Cartwright for me. Sorry. Nice job by Higginbotham to get just enough of a finger on to alter the shot. But the Wolves get it back here. Cartwright have it out on top in the lane, and Cartwright down his side. He's going to be picking up a foul there. That'll be the first one on Chireno into the quarter. 3:28 to play, tied at 30. So having a chat with Britton, I don't know why. All right, so here's on the inbound. Going to find Cartwright here to the left side. Cartwright working against Zahn. He'll line up for the long-range three. That is off the mark. Tater can't come out with a rebound. But the Wolves do get it. They'll get it up to Tater in the corner. He'll launch for a three. And it won't go. Out of bounds. Off of Higginbotham. I'm going to say it stays with the Wolves with 3:14 left. Tater on the inbound, finds Rowland here on the left wing. Rowland going to take it to Britton. Puts up off the glass, rolls it out, won't go. Renfro with the rebound, and it bounces out, won't go. Rowland with the rebound, he puts it right back up and scores. Wolves back up by 2. Here come the Owls with 3 minutes to play in the third. Zahn will be facing Cartwright coming across the timeline here. Nice screen from Higginbotham. That was a great screen. Down the corner here for Johnson. Johnson puts up the floater, bounces out, won't go. Rebound coming out by Renfro. Renfro pushed up the floor here. Adrian off to Cartwright. Cartwright right side. Taking it back out here to Tater as the Wolves look to set it up. 2:35 to go. And up by 2 right now. Cartwright for 3. Back of the iron. Will not go. Rebound by Higginbotham. It will be Owls basketball with 2:25 as Zahn comes across the timeline and a 2-point lead here for the Wolves. Britton to Johnson. Johnson, they work over to the right side with Tater on him. Johnson, spin move there in the lane, can't get it to go. And as Johnson and Rowland were going for that one, looks like they're going to call a foul on Rowland. That'll be number 3 onto the Wolves into the quarter with 2:13 to go. Out of bounds play here for Britton. So Britton ready to bring it in. Going to find Johnson here to the right side, back to Britton down in the corner. Looking here against Renfro. That's a charge, yes. That's going to be an offensive foul there on Britton. Just a little too much on the extension of the arm, and that's going to pick up the foul there. That'll be number 2 on the Owls in this quarter. So 2 on each team. 2:06 to go. The Wolves get it back with a 2-point lead. Here come the Wolves. Renfro. Renfro says, Cartwright, stay up there. I got this. I'm going to take it a one-on-one. Renfro to the rack and score. Max Renfro, not to be denied, and scores for the Wolves. They go up by 4 with 1:45 to go. Here comes Zahn across the timeline for the Owls. Nice job, Zahn, working down here to the right side. Get that out of my house. Rowland says, nope, not here. You can't pay rent for that in here. Get it out of here. .137 stays Owls basketball. The Owls looking to get a good shot here as they are trailing by 4. Oh, nice inbound to Zahn. Great play, Johnson to Zahn. And that's the bucket they needed right there to get him back to within 2. 1.5 to go here in the third. Here come the Wolves. As Renfro getting right back up the floor. Adrian with the screen out there. Back out now here, Max. Top of the key at the free throw line. Floater, Max. Can't get it to go, but Adrian with the putback. Higginbotham won't get the rebound, but Taylor does. And Taylor will put it back for the Wolves. Timeout on the floor. Coach Cook's going to call a timeout here for the Owls. We'll take one with him. We'll be right back. Exciting basketball up by 4. 106 to go here in the third. Are the Wolves. We'll be back here on NETSN.
Serving our communities for over a century, Farmers State Bank continues to meet the financial needs of East and Central Texas. With roots that run deep, Farmers State Bank serves as a source of financial strength to meet the needs of our neighbors. From a comprehensive range of financial products to individual service, we remain dedicated to being a true community bank. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams.
When it's broken, it's got to be fixed. You've got to get from one place to the next. But wouldn't it be great if you didn't have to take out a loan to get it repaired? Don't worry, there's East Texas Auto.
Here at East Texas Auto, you can be reassured that your vehicle will be well taken care of and serviced, as communication and transparency are our number one drivers.
Find them on Highway 96 North.
Alrighty, back out to the timeout. Still got the fourth quarter to go. This is going to be good right to the end, folks. Don't go nowhere. 1 minute to play here in the third. 36-32. The Wolves with the lead, but the Owls have the basketball. Zahn throws it up ahead. I think he was looking for Higginbotham to make a break towards the corner, but doesn't do it. And they turn it over, and down the hallway of Chireno High School it goes. But Coach Turner right there to get it. And the Wolves will bring it back up the floor here. Coming across the timeline will be Cartwright with about 50 seconds to play here into the third. A 4-point lead. Coach Park says, pull it back out here. Let's take some time off the clock. Like my buddy Kevin, the voice of the Wolves, likes to say, style ball. 36-32, 30 seconds to go. Cartwright on him. Now Cooks telling him to come up on the half-court track. Down in the corner. Taylor open for three. Misses the shot. Rebound comes out by Johnson. Johnson throws it up ahead. Britton, he'll in and out, but right there for the rebound and the putback is Higginbotham. That's a great play there by Higginbotham. 2-point ball game here, getting ready to go to the fourth. Cartwright dropping it off. Renfro with the bucket at the buzzer, and it will be a 38-34 lead here for the St. Augustine Wolves as we get ready to go to the fourth quarter. Folks, I'll tell you what, it's going to be good. We'll be right back. All right, here we go. Joe with the excited shots of the crowd here. Been an excited night. Ready to go to the fourth quarter. We're ready for it. 38-34, 4-point lead. Britton trying to explain a little bit of something from earlier. Not anything animosity like or anything like that. Just having a chat with the ref, and he's just letting him know this is how it goes. All right. So it's going to be Zahn, Britton, Johnson, and Higginbotham. Cartwright, Renfro, Rowland, and Davis on the floor for the Wolves. Here we go, fourth quarter underway. And this is a big matchup here. The Wolves definitely want to get a win here tonight. And the Owls looking to stay perfect on the district season here as they look to have a good fourth quarter. Britton taking it to the rack, can't get it to go. Good rebound coming out here by Renfro, and he's going to be fouled coming up the floor. That'll be the first one on the Owls in the quarter. Davis on the inbound, going to find Renfro. And taking his time coming up the floor. Max across the timeline here. 7.5 to play in this big ball game here for both these teams. To the right side, throwing it over now. Davis finds Rowland to the right side. Rowland working against Johnson in the lane. Rowland puts up the floater, can't get it to go. Rebound by the Wolves, can't get it to fall. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson and Renfro going for it. Jump ball, possession arrow going to go stay with the Wolves with 7:17 to play. Long inbound, going to come in here to Roland. Roland taking it right to the defense. Kicks it back out here to Cartwright. Cartwright back to Roland in the corner. Roland working along the baseline. Goes it across. It bounces out. Nice chair in there. Going to go out to Max Renfro. Rolling off the front of the rim on the three. Won't go. Zahn and Cartwright goes off of Cartwright. Out of bounds. Back to the Wolves. Or back to the Owls. Sorry, it was 7 minutes to play. Here's Zahn, ready to come across the timeline, working against Cartwright. 7 minutes to play. Zahn, left side of the paint. Kicks it back out over to the left side. We'll have it there on the wing. Now finds Britton. Britton working here against Renfro. Renfro. Britton puts up the shot and won't go short under the three. And that's going to be a foul there on Britton as he was going for the basketball there, but he kind of caught Cartwright just a little on the chin. It was not inadvertent, not mean to be mean by any means, but he was going for the basketball and it did catch Cartwright. It could have been worse. It definitely could have been worse, but it is a foul nonetheless. 2 fouls onto the Owls here into the quarter. 6:35 to play. Wolves with the basketball in a 4-point lead. Roland, left side, kicking it up in the middle, kicking it right back out. Now to Cartwright. Cartwright, right side of the paint. Lose the handle on the basketball coming in, and he's going to be a turnover. And the Wolves have had too many turnovers up underneath here tonight. And it's caused some stalls in their offense. Zahn back across the timeline here for the Owls, getting down to 6:15 to play. Oh, watch out now. Zahn takes it in off the back of the iron, will not go. Renfro comes out with a rebound. Renfro pushed it back up the floor. Renfro right in the lane, puts up the soft floater, gets it to flow home. Max Renfro, bucket for the Wolves. Now up by 6. Here come the Owls back on the floor. Johnson, Higginbotham here to the right side. Higginbotham working against Renfro. Adrian not giving up any room. Johnson back out now to Higginbotham. Higginbotham taking it over to the left side. Zahn working against Cartwright. Good screen there from Higginbotham. Now back to Britton. Britton. 5:25 to go. Johnson. Good job here by the Owls keeping possession here, but a great job by the Wolves on the defense. Oh, that's going to be a little reach in there by Renfro. Only the first team foul on the Wolves, though. With 5:15 to go. He did get a little bit of a reach in right there. Enough for the ref to call it. Owls basketball, 5:15 to go, traded by 6. Back to Britton. Send it down over to Johnson, down in the corner. Back out now to Higginbotham. Higginbotham. Top of the key, gonna release for a 3. Can't get it to go. Oh, Johnson had a nice chance at a rebound, but it just rolls out of his hands, and it won't go. 5 minutes exactly on the clock. Wolves up by 6 in the basketball. Davis looking to get it in. And a nice job there by Johnson to get a hand on it. It's going to stay with the Wolves. Inbound to Cartwright. Cartwright working against Zahn, gets it across the line here. Cartwright with beautiful dish here to Roland, but the ball's on the floor. Roland ends up with it though, and gets the bucket. 6-point lead now for the Wolves, 4:40 to go. Ball's on the floor. Renfro after it, jump ball, possession arrow is gonna stay with the Owls. Owls get it on the possession arrow. 4:38 to play in the ball game. Possession, I mean, they did right there on the possession arrow to make the possession arrow call, the jump ball call, and it's right possession arrow. All right, looks like we can get a timeout. Okay, Coach Cooks, we go down and call a timeout. So 4:38 left to play in the ball game. It's 42-34, Wolves have the lead. We'll be right back here in 60 seconds here on the NETSN.
Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center proudly supports all the students and schools of the Piney Woods. Stop by the lot and feel free to check out all the wonderful vehicles we have to offer, no matter what adventure you're planning on taking. We have a wide selection of used vehicles and a service department that can service your vehicle. Get all the info you need about your next vehicle online. That way you're prepared for your car deal when you hit the lot. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center.
So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the pizzeria, a tradition since 1960s. It's the Pizzeria just off.
All right, folks, are back here. 3 on the way for the Owls after the timeout. It won't go, so it's a rebound here for the Wolves. Throw it up ahead here. Oh, Roland can't control the basketball coming up the floor. And the Wolves turn it right back over to the Owls as Britton will get ready to bring it in. He'll bring it in here now. He'll find Zahn. Zahn will get her up here. He'll get Johnson over to the far side. He'll get across the timeline. 4:20 to go. Johnson driving. And that's a walk. He tried to find some room there on the left side of the lane and then maybe some help to throw back to, but nobody there. So he ended up dragging that pivot foot. And he gets called for the walk, so it's a turnover. And the Wolves get it back here as they get down to 4:15 to play. End of the game. And they'll lead it now by 8. The largest lead of the game. Rolling in the paint. Rolling puts it up the glass. Gets the shooter's roll. Coach Cook's going to call another timeout as the Wolves take a 10-point lead. Their largest of the ball game. 4:06 to play. We'll be right back here on the NETSN.
Serving our communities for over a century, Farmers State Bank continues to meet the financial needs of East and Central Texas. With roots that run deep, Farmers State Bank serves as a source of financial strength to meet the needs of our neighbors. From a comprehensive range of financial products to individual service, we remain dedicated to being a true community bank. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams.
All right, folks, are back here. Got the wave going on behind us. Got the wave going on. All right. Still a lot of time to play here with the 10-point lead, though. The Wolves are feeling pretty good right now. Zahn taking it down inside. He gets shut down there along the baseline in the post. Roland comes out there with the steal, throwing up ahead here. And Renfro going to get his feet tied up with Higginbotham. And just incidental contact. Renfro hits the deck, and it's a turnover back to the Owls as we get to 3:50 to play. So Owls basketball going to be facing some full court pressure here now are the Owls. They'll get it in here to Johnson. Johnson. Get it across the timeline over to the left side. Now kick it back out in the middle of Higginbotham. 3:45 to play. Owls need a good offensive possession here as they trail by 10. Britton with a nice move at the rack and scores. That's a great play there by Britton. Now going to be facing some pressure themselves are the Wolves. Bounce pass up ahead here. Going to find Davis across the timeline over to the right side. Davis pulls it in, now pulls it back out. Now gets the double team out there, and he's going to be fouled. It's only the third team foul here onto the Chireno Owls in the fourth quarter. Looks like it might have been a little bit of a family jewel situation right there, but I think everybody's going to be okay. 3:20 to go. Cartwright on the inbound. Cartwright in the middle there. Throws it back out to Roland. Roland inside the free throw line. Floater back it down, no good. Gets his own rebound, puts it up, won't go. He'll head to the line, shooting 2, Will Roland. First time at the line tonight for the San Augustine Wolves. Because of 3:08 to play. It is brought to you by the Sandy Cox State Farm free throw line. The Owls have only been to the line once themselves in this entire game. So Roland knocking him down at the free throw line. Back Back up by 11. Or back up by 9. Second one is off. Trying to go up by 11 there. All right, so the second one is off. 3 minutes to go. Trying to get it by 10, Larry. Where's your addition? In the paint. Renfro. Soft floater knocks it down. Now up by 11. Up ahead now comes Johnson. And that's going to be a block it foul there. They're going to call that block it foul there on Renfro. Second team foul here onto the Wolves in the quarter. So on the inbound. Get up here to Zahn. Zahn on the floor. Throws it back out. Johnson. Johnson back to Zahn. Zahn. Over to the right side. There's a steal by Rowland. Get you some. Oh, and the dunk falls out. Davis comes up with it. Gets it back to Rowland. And we're going to get a timeout on the floor from Coach Parks. We'll be right back, folks, here on NETSN.
Shelby Savings Bank has come a long way since it was established in 1982, and the good folks that work at Shelby Savings Bank really enjoy doing things in the community and for the community. And they would like to encourage everyone to please shop local. For all your banking needs, please visit these wonderful Shelby Savings Bank locations, with 2 locations in Center, locations in St. Augustine, Palestine.
At Aurora Concepts, we offer full-service primary care. And we provide physicals for student athletes for every sport. Aurora Concepts, let us take care of you.
Alrighty, folks, we're back here with 2:25 left to play in this ball game, and it's Wolves basketball. They lead it right now by 11, and they'll bring it up over here to the right side. Wolves. Sitting on my court here. Nice job dropping off underneath there to Deadrian Renfro, and Deadrian with the bucket for the Wolves. Now go up by 13, their largest lead. 2 minutes to play. Higginbotham over to that left side. Gets the ball taken away, and the Wolves going to come out there with it. Cartwright back to Rowland, and Rowland will push it up across the timeline here for the Wolves. There's going to be a reach-in foul there by Britton. I believe that's number 5. So he'll have to check out. And a good game here by Britton. At least 10 points. I didn't have his first quarter stats. But Rowland will go back to the line here. St. Augustine fans having a good time here tonight as they're looking to get a victory here over the number 17 Chireno Owls here tonight. And a decisive victory here tonight as well. They did a very good job here by the Wolves. They took care of business here tonight. Up by 14 with a minute 50 to play. Steal by Cartwright. He'll be fouled and he'll head to the line. So still by Cartwright, he gets fouled going back in, so Cartwright will go to the line here to try to increase the lead. Front of the rim, no good. Second one on the way forward to Marion. Will not go. Higginbotham with the rebound for the Owls. Wolves still playing some tight defense here. Ball gets knocked away from Higginbotham. Going up ahead here. Wolves get Renfro in the lane. Can't get it to go, but a nice job to follow by Cartwright. It won't go. Rolls off the front of the rim. Knocked away there, but picked up by the Owls. That's number 10, Smith, in the ball game. 1:26 to go. Johnson for 3 in the corner, knocking it down. Big 3 for Johnson. Back to 11. They're rolling. Can't get it to go. He gets his own rebound, puts it right back up and scores. 52-39, 107 to go. Smith dropping it off to Zahn. Zahn working against Cartwright, finds Johnson. Shot on the way, it goes down there for Dotson. 50 seconds left. There's a steal by Higginbotham. Down by 11, trying to get a little closer. Higginbotham going to launch the three, and it's off the mark. Johnson saves it to Dotson. Dotson can't get it to go. Zahn with the rebound and the putback, and he'll get the hoop and the harm. Zahn at the line with a chance at the three-point play. They now got it under double digits to now 9. Can make it 8 if he knocks it down here with 40 seconds to go. So Zahn, three-point opportunity here for the Owls, and it's in and out. Johnson can't get the rebound, but it goes right into Dotson's hands, but it rolls off the rack of the rim. Renfro coming out with it, throws it up here to Cartwright. 30 seconds to go. Cartwright. Oh, they tried the alley-oop dunk, but it won't go. A little too far away from the rim, I think, there. Johnson up ahead here to Smith. Smith launching the three. It will not go. Rebound by Davis and Dotson. Jump ball, possession arrow goes back to the Wolves with 18.6 left to play. And the Wolves going to get themselves a big victory here tonight over the Chireno Owls. They throw it up ahead here, Cartwright. And the Wolves are going to come out here with a 52-43 victory over Chireno. Big win here for the St. Augustine Wolves here tonight. Congratulations, Coach Parks. Got themselves a big win and got the first loss of the year here under the district for the Chireno Owls. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back to wrap this up on Aurora Concepts Postgame Show, NETSN.
At Aurora Concepts, we offer full-service primary care. And we provide physicals for student athletes for every sport. Aurora Concepts. Let us take care of you.
All righty, folks, we're back here. We're going to wrap this thing up. We've got a lot of things that are moving around in here. We're going to have to get up out of here. So a big win here for St. Augustine as they win over Chireno tonight by a score 52-34. My player of the game, I'm going to give that to Roland. He played himself a really good game here tonight. And I tell you, it was a great game here by the St. Augustine Wolves and the Chireno Owls. Both teams played a really good game here tonight. That first quarter got away from us there on the internet, folks. I apologize to you for that, but we were able to get it back here in the second quarter. But it was a good game and a good win here for St. Augustine as they get the first loss to Chireno here in district with about 4 or 5 games left to play before playoffs start. So it's a big one here for St. Augustine. Coming up for us next week on Tuesday, we'll see you in Shelbyville on Tuesday night as it's Shelbyville and West Sabine here on NETSN. That's going to wrap it up for us, folks, as we got to shut this thing down as we got a lot of people in here. So we're going to get out of here, folks. Have a blessed and wonderful night, folks. We're out of here. Bye-bye.
The proceeding has been a presentation of the Pineywood Sports Network, an affiliate of NETSN. God bless America, God bless our troops, and God bless each and every one of you.